Good afternoon. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. In 2011, Nokia started a journey to build a better experience for young, aspirational people in countries around the world. Our journey took us to places like here in India, where we met and we listened and we learned how people want to use mobile phones. We learned about their desire for a phone that is as stylish, as fun, and as social as they are. That journey brought us asha, which is Hindi for hope. A word with a special meaning here in India, because it was in October 2011 that we introduced our first asha devices. And since then, we've introduced 17 asha devices to people in more than 130 markets. Thank you. Thank you. So people have responded quite positively to the aspiration in asha. We were the first to bring location services to affordable price points, and today millions of people from India to Brazil use our maps on asha smartphones. People were excited when we introduced the asha Touch products. The asha Touch products went from 0 to 18% market share in their price points in just 6 months. Last year, we also tripled the number of people using our Express browser. Now more than 80 million people are using that browser. And the reason people love it is because it provides up to 90% data compression. And what that means is cheaper and faster access to digital content and to the internet at large. And it's not just consumers that are responding positively to asha. It's also the developer community. Thousands of developers are embracing asha to bring fun, social applications to millions of people. We've even introduced an asha, the new asha 210, with a dedicated WhatsApp or Facebook key right on the front. We are very proud of asha and everything we've accomplished with it. And today, here in Delhi, we have even more to celebrate. Today, I'd like to introduce the next leap in asha's journey. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to the Nokia Asha 501 with the new asha platform. Isn't that great? Thank you. Great. Thank you. That is great. The Asha 501 is the first product in the new Asha 500 family, our next generation of asha products. Designed from the inside out, the Nokia Asha 501 reinvents the affordable smartphone. We continue to challenge ourselves to make the Nokia Asha experience fresh and aspiration, also while being very affordable. This is no easy task. Our teams focused on a number of innovations with this product that we've built from the ground up. First, it has a standout design at a great price. It's just beautiful to hold and to love in your hand. We've created a fresh design, which is inspired by Lumia and focused on young, hypersocial people. For example, we picked a bright red color as the hallmark color that really stands out. And of course, it's perfectly sized to fit right in your pocket. Now, as you may know, I carry a lot of telephones, and I love just how well it fits in my pocket. And because it's Nokia, of course, it's super durable, very long-lasting, something you can be proud to own for many years. Now, it's also the case that we have created a new platform to support the Asha 501 called the Asha platform. This is the first product that we've delivered that is based on our acquisition of the software company Smarterphone, which we brought on board to Nokia in 2012. The Asha platform includes Swipe, giving people a quick and beautiful experience, no matter how they're using the device. Incredible performance. With just one swipe, you can access everything that you love on your device. The fast and responsive user experience features also an innovation that we'll spend a lot more time on in the demonstration called Fast Lane, something that allows you to access everything you love instantly. The Asha 501 also gives people a personal and more affordable internet experience. It's fast, cost-effective, and tailored to what each person likes. And that's delivered through a new innovation that we're introducing with the Asha 501 that's called Nokia Express Now. We're going to give you some examples of that in the demonstration. And of course, the Nokia 501 also has great Wi-Fi capabilities. Now, we believe the Asha 501 is perfect for 80% of the world. Why is that? Because today 80% of the world operates in the 2G environment, and the Asha 501 is perfectly optimized for the 2G environment. We wanted to start with a very accessible product that reaches the largest number of people, and 2G still has that largest footprint, particularly in emerging markets. Later, we will expand this family with a 3G product as well. Now, we're very, very proud of the Asha 501. And to show you just a bit more about this stunning design and the new platform, I'd like to invite one of our lead designers, Mr. Peter Skillman, to join me on stage to give a demonstration. Peter, welcome.
Thank you, Stephen. Namaste, everyone. I'm delighted to be in New Delhi, where the Asha story began. And today is very much about the next chapter of the Asha story. We're excited to show you what makes the Asha 501 so remarkable and a delight to use. Now let's start with the things that you can see. The Asha 501 has a level of design detail that's really special. Color and design make it stand out. Its bold, bright design approach is unique at this price point. And it's crafted from just two parts, making it strong and durable. A capacitive touchscreen with a seamless removable monobody that wraps a screen of hardened glass, making the display clutter-free so nothing gets in the way of your experience. And when you remove the back, you have access to your micro SIM, to the 4 gigabyte micro SD card that we put in the box, and the battery. In the dual SIM Asha 501, you can change the SIM card without powering off the device. This is something totally unique to Nokia. And it makes it compact and completely pocketable. This is color, purity, and craft. No other device at this price point delivers design at this level. Now let's talk about what's on the inside. The Asha 501 is built on a new Asha platform. Combined with the hardware design, it gives an experience that's delightfully fast and intuitive. And it's also super efficient. This is based on the Asha family tradition of long-lasting battery life. But we smashed that up to 17 hours of talk time and up to 48 days of standby. This is a fit-for-purpose design. Now, most of the powerful new experiences are with the user interface. Inspired by the Nokia N9, you're never more than one swipe away from everything you love. Swipe gets you where you want to, everywhere you need to be. You swipe to unlock. You swipe between home screens. You swipe to close applications. It's an easy one-handed gesture. And you also swipe between home and Fastlane. And Fastlane shows you your most recently opened apps. That's your present. It also shows you your past, what's below. And when you pull down, you see your future. This is easy for direct visual multitasking. And we have direct out of the box Facebook, Twitter, EA Games, Gameloft. They'll all be available on the Asha 501. we're also including the Nokia Express browser, which uses the cloud to reduce your internet data and make the experience faster. And because of this, our browser is seeing huge growth. The Express browser makes surfing the web faster and more affordable, but today we're also making it more personal, and we're announcing Nokia Express Now. This is a web app that helps you discover a world of new content. When you launch it, you see news, articles based on your location. So there's a unique feed for India, for example, which I'll show you later. You'll see the browsing habits of the content that's surfaced by the browsing habits of other people like you and your preferences who use Nokia Express Now in our browser. But to show you these things in action, what we'd like to introduce is the largest touchscreen ever built. Now, imitation touchscreen. But if I go ahead and lift this up so the people in the back can see, I'm going to lift that up. Now, it's a little hard for me to access that. So I'm going to introduce my favorite Nokia accessory, a ladder. Now, the first thing that you see is you see a clock. It's totally authentic, glanceable design, giving you access to the time without having to fumble for the power button. Now, when I come over and I double tap to wake, you see the screen with my notifications. I can swipe up on the lock screen. I'm going to go ahead and pull down. Now I can open up to home, or I can swipe up and take an individual notification and swipe to unlock, taking you right home. Now I'm going to go ahead and write a message. I passed the exam. Never doubted it. Got it. Send. And I'm going to go ahead and send, and then swipe to go home. Now I have two home screens. Fastlane Home, where you start apps, Fastlane, and check out the performance here. Super. As I swipe up, there's my past, my present, and when I pull down, there's your future. And direct social access with one click to Facebook. Here we are. I am up a ladder in India. Obviously, send. Swipe to go home. Now I'm going to, let's go back. I've got an incoming call from Huishi. I could swipe down to answer, but I'm a little busy right now, so I think I'll swipe up to silence. There's the notification that comes in. I swipe back to Fastlane, and there's a reply from Eddie. So I will come over to the wireless controls, swipe down, and you'll see Controls Plus, this direct visual way of handling your SIM swapping. I can customize these names, swipe back to home. Now I'm going to open up Eddie's contact. Look at the performance of this scroll here. Okay, I'm going to pick Eddie. Take that contact. Let's make a call. Super, he's on the phone, but he's not answering right now. I'm going to go ahead and hang up. Now I'm going to swipe home, hit the power button, back to the lock screen, and that is the Asha 501 experience. Now, let's see the real thing. So this is absolutely gorgeous design with rich, saturated hues. And you can get all 6 if you'd like. We'd love that. And now if I move these out of the screen, I can show you that assembly. You see that seamless removable monobody, and you see the display assembly, and you can see access with scallops to my micro SD card and my SIM card. And you take these 2 housings, pop on the top, incredibly robust, super durable assembly. That's Nokia quality. So now I'm going to go ahead and pop this up, and I'll show you one with the audio cable connected. Right? So the first thing you see is double tap to wake. Now I can come over and you see this simultaneous transition to the home screen right there, or I can take an individual notification. You can see peak there. I can swipe, and I go direct to that notification. Now I can go back either by swiping back home, or I can go ahead and hit back just like that, and it takes me home. So let's take a look at our 2 home screens. First we have Home, where you start applications. And then you see Fastlane, where you have your present. Here are the applications and experiences that I've opened in the past. And when I pull down, you see your, dentist appointment coming. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and hit back. And let's take an action like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and create a note. So I open up Notes and by tandoori sauce. Let's see. So I have a number of different keyboards. I'm going to go ahead and start with English here, and I'll type hello, and you can see the direct candidate selections on the list up on top. I can click that word, and then I'm going to go ahead and swipe, and it takes me to Malayalam, and I can do it in one of the great South Indian languages, and then I swipe to the right, and then you see Hindi, and this is ka, ka, ga. So there you go. And I'm going to go ahead and just back out using the buttons. Now, this is sequential back. It's a hierarchical back. And then you see that note that I just made, hello, kakaga, which is hello, ABC. And that note now shows up on my Fastlane. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you a couple other little vignettes. I'm going to show you this on my own device. And I'm showing you this because I have 3,500 contacts here. Now, this is a fit-for-purpose design, right? So I talked about performance. I showed you on the screen. It's real. 3,500 contacts seamlessly flowing between all of those. Performance isn't just a feature. It's the only feature, right? And this is what we designed in from the start in this product. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and, I got a message from Shah Rukh Khan, SRK. Okay, don't forget to watch the match tonight. Okay, I'm in Hindi, and I think I'll save myself the embarrassment of that and say, you bet. And we have an outstanding VKB, super fine performance. Go ahead and hit send. I'm going to hit back, and then you'll see that actually shows up on the Fastlane. So now I'm going to show you video performance. And again, this is a fit-for-purpose design where the performance of this, in terms of frame rates, is extraordinarily high. So you'll see, for example, you'll see all of our emerging artists who did some of our wallpapers. My favorite one, that owl is coming up. That's on the device. And if I go ahead and hit back, it takes me right back home. Really, really, really nice. Okay, so now I'm going to take a picture of the audience. And so let's go ahead and take a picture here. Everybody smile. Okay, excellent. Now, one of the big challenges in mobile phone is how you share information. And what we've done is we've actually made it much easier. So if I go to the gallery and I select that image and I want to hit share, I can say slam via Bluetooth. And if I have a device right next to it without any configuration, immediately selects that image. I'm sending that photo. Yes, I'm going to go ahead and open up. I'll swipe to unlock. You see it show up in the Fastlane, and I can go direct to that image. That is a seamless experience. All right, next, I'm going to show you Nokia Express Now. And so I actually have opened up this page before. This is our detailed view, and I can take that image and that story, and I can like that. And what that does is it creates some affinity for me for those kinds of stories. Now I'm going to go ahead and hit back, and we're actually going to start loading the feed from, this is the India feed. And it takes all the stories that are relevant in the region based on my location, based on the things that I like, based on the categories that I choose. And then here you see cute kids, and you see soccer. It's a really visual magazine-like experience. It's really, really rich, fast. This makes the Internet more discoverable. Now, if I back out, I'm going to close Nokia Express Now, and it takes me right to the browser. Here you see featured. We also have the ability for our carrier partners like Airtel. I have an Airtel SIM. It automatically configures that page. I can go to web apps. I swipe up. You can see information, news, entertainment, email, etc. This, again, is how we make the Internet more accessible to even the billions that may not yet have a mobile phone. So the last thing I'm going to show you is a couple areas that really are about love, about what this great team did in creating this product, about how we drive detail, because no detail is small. And it's the little things in aggregate that really make a great experience. So if I go ahead and hit new, the haptics experience of setting this clock, and that means that I get a little feedback, there are little detented clicks around that wheel as I spin that. And when I set my alarm, it tells me how much time I have to sleep. I never get 14 hours, but there it is. That is just a seamless, tiny little detail. But when there are hundreds of them, and I'll show you one more, it makes the experience great. So our sound design team wrote all the ringtones in this device. But for this product, and for this year, we created a special series of orchestral ringtones where we hired an entire orchestra to create this masterpiece called Earl's Torch. So what you're seeing here is a symphony of well-crafted details and a commitment to making the things that you do every day truly excellent. Thank you very much, and welcome back, Stephen.
Good job. Thank you. Thank you, Peter. In addition to having a truly excellent device with thoughtful design both inside and outside, people also want great applications. Today, more than 400 of our developers have already passed the 1 million download mark. Now we're working with our developer family to extend this ecosystem to the new Asha platform. We have already integrated the most frequently used applications and social networks into the Asha platform. Now, we are primarily focused on the applications that people want most. As Peter hinted, I'm pleased to announce that Facebook, Foursquare, Line, LinkedIn, Pictelligent, Twitter, YouTube, and a variety of others will be available on the Asha 501. Additionally, the Asha 501 will also support mapping. Very popular features such as places of interest, route planning, public transit, all of that information will be available from the Nokia store. Now, just a few months after sales start, we anticipate that around 90% of the most popular applications from the Asha Touch family will also be available for the new Asha 501. Now, to achieve this, we are making it easier for developers to reach more people and to make more money with the Asha platform. To achieve this, we want to share with you some of the details. I'd like to invite on stage Sangeeta Bhavi from our developer team here in India to share with us how we're going to help the developers.
Thank you.
Welcome. Good.
Wasn't that a great demo by Peter? And you know what, Peter? If I knew that this is what a ladder could do, I would have definitely climbed one today. But for now, I'm going to stand here and talk to you about some exciting stuff that we have for our developers. But before that, the most important thing in the Indian culture, a big welcome to all of you, and thank you so much for coming here today. And to all our guests from around the world, a warm namaste. I'm Sangeeta Bhavi, and I'm based here in India, where I'm responsible for developer relations throughout the country. As part of my job, I constantly interact with a lot of developers, almost on a day-to-day basis. And you know, the one thing I have heard consistently from most of my developer friends is that making a successful app is very much like creating a blockbuster Bollywood movie. I'm sure some of you must be thinking, how can you equate an app with a Bollywood movie, right? But just think of it. What do you need to convert a regular Bollywood movie into a blockbuster movie? You need to have the right cast, the right script, the right distribution, and the right monetization. And that's precisely what our developers, our app developers, also need today. We saw Peter and Stephen introduce us to the Starcast, our new and beautiful Asha 501, and our script, that is the Asha platform. With the Asha platform, we see a clear opportunity for developers to reach more people. And that's because the Asha platform builds on the great success of our Asha Touch range of smartphones, of which we've already sold 20 million since our launch last summer. 20 million. And in addition to that, our reach for other Asha devices and mobile phone products also is quite broad, with a user install base of 675 million devices. Now, what happens when I share these numbers with my developer friends is that they ask me a question. Fine, I mean, you have a broad install base, but does it actually convert into app downloads? That is, do consumers who use these devices actually download apps from your Nokia store? And interestingly, Nokia store is generating a cumulative download of 3 billion from these range of devices. And even more interesting is that 2 billion downloads have come only from the last year. Now, the store is growing really rapidly. And this is a real opportunity for developers where reach is concerned. And luckily, our developers, apart from the global developers, our local developers here in India have been able to tap into that reach and build their successes. Just to give you a few examples, India Games has done 155 million downloads, and Reliance has done 77 million downloads just on these range of devices. And as Stephen mentioned, a lot of developers across the world are continuing to join our million download club. So great opportunity, right? And it only gets better, because developers who develop an app for Asha 501 need to maintain only one code base. So you know what that means in our world, in the developer world? It's awesome news, because one, for me, my job has become very simple. And even more important for developers is that an app which is written for Asha 501 will continue to work on all the new devices which are based on the Asha platform. And this is without having to rewrite even a single line of code. So great cast and great distribution. That leaves us with the monetization. So developers want to know how to make more money, right? And we at Nokia have ensured that we provide our developers with a number of choices and a number of tools. Today, I'm proud to announce the new Nokia in-app payment tool. This tool allows developers to sell digital content from within their application. What it means is that developers can sell a new level of the game, or they can sell an accessory to their character, or they can even sell a Bollywood movie. We've also introduced a second tool called the try and buy feature. Now, try and buy is very ingrained in the Indian culture. Most Indians, I would say including myself, would always like to try a product before buying it, given a choice. And this consumer behavior is very apt even in the apps world. So we are going to make this tool available for all our existing and our new range of Asha devices. And interestingly, gaming developers, global gaming developers like Gameloft have seen tremendous success with try and buy. The third tool that we have created is the Nokia Ad Exchange. Now, app developers have a lot of apps which are free. So how do developers monetize these apps? How do they make money from the apps? It is via advertisements. And they can use the Nokia Ad Exchange to do that. This tool is available for both our Asha range of devices and also our Lumia range of devices. And with this tool, developers get access to 120 top ad agencies and networks across the world. And the tool supports payment in more than 200 countries. And the best part for developers is that all that developers need to do is include that one line of code in their app, and the app is ad powered. And it's also super easy for developers to create and manage their own ad campaigns. So number of choices, number of tools for developers to monetize, right? But we've not stopped there. We've also worked on the infrastructure. With our unparalleled operator billing networks, developers can now tap into those segments of the market which they have never been able to reach before. We work with 158 different operators across 59 markets. And historically, from our experience, we've seen that operator billing typically translates into a 2.5x increase in terms of developer revenues. So what does all of this mean for developers? Just two things. More money with very little effort. So all the possible ingredients are there for our developers to make that blockbuster app. And in preparation for today's news, we started sharing the Asha platform with a number of developers. And we are very pleased with the early response because a lot of developers have already jumped on board. Specifically here in India, we have developers like India Games, Reliance, Twist Mobile, Rendered Ideas, and many, many more already on the Asha platform. And on the global front, we have these partners and many more also on the Asha platform. So today, I personally invite all the developers to join the Asha ecosystem because we expect tens of millions of smartphone devices, Asha smartphone devices, to be already available in the first year and 100 million more in the coming years. Isn't that fantastic? Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Sangeeta. Now, while I'm incredibly passionate about our new developer program and all of the work that's going on, we also have some other exciting announcements today. We are delighted to announce a global partnership with Facebook and some of the leading global operators to make mobile internet more universal. For example, some operator examples here in India, Airtel and MTN, will offer specific data plans in which Nokia Asha consumers will be able to access Facebook for free using the standalone Facebook app as well as the mobile site. To tell you a bit more about that, I have the great pleasure to invite Mr. Vaughn Smith, Vice President of Mobile Partnerships from Facebook, who came here to India specifically to share more about Facebook's mission. Vaughn, welcome. Thank you,
Stephen. So I'm delighted to be in Delhi today to talk about how Facebook and Nokia are working together to bring millions more people online. Last week, Facebook announced that we now have over 750 million people accessing Facebook through their mobile devices and over 1.1 billion people in total coming to Facebook. And on the way to achieving those milestones, Facebook became the primary reason that people are upgrading their phones and adding mobile data. Looking at the opportunity, so that means that in shops, mobile phone shops around the world, you have people coming in and saying, I just need a phone that lets me get on Facebook. Looking at the bigger picture opportunity, there are 2.4 billion people online today, about half of them on Facebook. But the biggest opportunity that we can see is the approximately 5 billion people that are not yet online. And as a mission-driven company, we look at that and we can say, how can we help those people get online faster so they can have a richer, more impactful life? I'm going to divert for a quick story. I have a 9-year-old son, and he had a recent project at school, which was interview a grandparent about their life. He chose my dad, and I listened into the interview to help him out. My favorite question from the interview was, Granddad, what's the most important invention you've seen in your life? What do you think my dad said?
I hope he said Facebook.
It wasn't the car, it wasn't electricity, and it wasn't Facebook. It was the phone. And when I listened to him talking about why, it reminded me of how important it is to be human. And it was about communication and keeping in touch with the people that matter to him. Now, my dad is 71, and the opportunity is different for us. I think a lot of people that are alive today, if their grandchildren ask them that question, will answer the internet, and they'll talk about the first time that they got online. And so the question is, how can we help them get online faster and earlier than they otherwise would? And there are three pieces to this: devices, data, and applications. The Asha series, kudos to Nokia, is proof that you can now get a great data-capable device at an affordable price. Much more tricky is data. You can't see it, which is a problem if you haven't used it. The way it's historically been priced is something that most people can't understand. Not many people know what a megabyte is. And it's one of those things that until you've tried it, you don't know how cool it is. Over the last couple of years, we've worked with lots of operators around the world to demonstrate that getting people to try Facebook for free is the single best way to get them ramped up on mobile data. That's why we're so excited about this initiative with Nokia, because they're the first device manufacturer to bundle free Facebook with their phones. We did a test with Nokia in Mexico, which we started about 3 months ago, which has delivered fantastic results. Nokia sold many more Asha phones than they would have otherwise. Their operator partner was delighted. They got new data subscribers, and they got much higher network usage than they had previously, which they were excited about. And as Facebook, we're delighted as well, because we help get more people on Facebook earlier than otherwise. So that's why I'm so excited to be here today, to be part of this announcement with Stephen and the Nokia team. The third piece is applications. And we're working hard as Facebook to make our application better. Most of the people that we're talking about don't have English as a first language. And so Facebook is available in over 70 languages, including 9 different Indian languages. One of the core uses when you're getting someone online for the first time is messaging, especially with their close friends and family. And we've invested heavily to make a seamless messaging experience that crosses phones, tablets, and PCs. We now have 75% of the people on Facebook using it, sending over 10 billion messages a day, growing quickly. Photos is a great way to communicate when you're just getting on the internet. And as I suspect you know, Facebook is the primary way that people share photos online. And then lastly, as Sangeeta talked about, at Facebook we want to enable users to find other great applications, because that's an important part of a holistic experience. And so we're investing to make it easy for our users to find other applications that they'll want to use. So that covers off a number of areas that I think are really important to getting the next 5 billion people online. I want to finish by saying how excited I am to be here as part of this announcement and to have Nokia be the first phone manufacturer to bundle Facebook for free. We look forward to seeing this program being extremely successful for Nokia and also for the operator partners that join them with this. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you, Vaughn. Thank you very much. Thank you, Vaughn. Facebook has been a great partner for Nokia, and we're looking forward to continuing that journey with the Asha platform. That journey with the new Asha 501 and the Asha platform will begin in June when we deliver the Nokia Asha 501 to people in many markets around the world. Already, more than 60 operators and distributors such as Airtel, America Movil, Telkomsel, MTN, and many, many more are committed to sell the Nokia Asha 501. With 60 operators on board, the Asha 501 will reach people in more than 90 countries. We will be introducing the Nokia Asha 501 at the suggested retail price of $99 US. It's a great price for an amazing device. At under $100, the Nokia Asha 501 will reinvent the affordable smartphone market. This segment is a growth market that analysts estimate will be a $40 billion opportunity in 2014. We're going after it with innovation that includes a standout design at a great price, one swipe to quickly access everything you love, and of course, fast, affordable, and more personal internet. We started our journey with hope. The definition of hope is to cherish a desire with anticipation. We believe that people will cherish the beautiful Nokia Asha 501. We believe that all people and even developers will desire the new Asha platform, the new internet experiences, and the new applications. And I am full of anticipation. I'm anticipating June, when we deliver the Nokia Asha 501 to millions of people around the world. Shukriya. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephen. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm sure after all the wonderful stuff that you saw and heard, you'll have a lot of questions. We'd like to open up for questions. My name is Poonam Kaul, and we have Peter and Sangeeta back with us. I would also request you to identify yourself before you ask your question and the media house that you represent. There are mics in the audience. Just raise your hand and we'll be there. Okay, we have a question there. Risha, number 3.
Hello, this is Julio Sanchez from Mexican newspaper El Economista. I was just wondering, the Asha, this new product, how does this fit in the strategy of Nokia now that we just saw the results that good sales of Lumia, good sales of Asha, but still not convincing the investors? How does this new will fit in the strategy?
So I think we are seeing a really important moment in Nokia's transition. For example, as it relates to the higher-end smartphones, the Lumia smartphones that you referenced, we've seen the volumes of those devices move from 2.9 million to 4.4 million to 5.6 million, and this quarter we're saying that's going to increase at an accelerating rate. We've also acknowledged that the Asha platform has served us very well, but more recently we also said it's time for the next generation, time for the refresh of that product line. And I think what many people will be surprised with is it's not just the next products for Asha, but the next generation of Asha products, where we've taken the entire platform to a new level, where the quality of the experience is just amazing relative to anything in that competitive environment. So we're very pleased to have both of those things happening at the same time.
We have a question for Sudipto.
Sudipto Day from Business Standard. How important is the Asha series? How important is India specifically for success of the Asha series?
So India is very important. It is a bellwether market that is a very leading indicator of some of the trends, some of the new technologies, some of the new consumer requirements that people are asking for. And so it's very symbolic that we're not launching this product in certain other countries or in Finland or London or the United States. We're launching it here in India because so much of our work has focused on the Indian consumer and then also going around the world to understand how those patterns may be common with other markets. We've pulled all of that together to deliver what you see here today.
We've also made it really easy to communicate. We have Gujarati and Tamil and Malayalam, and we have Hindi, and we have Arabic. And so we're really investing in making the virtual keyboard experience and the way that you communicate in multiple languages really seamless.
Okay. Question 1.
Hi, this is Ankit from CNBC TV. I got it, it's okay. Two questions. Number one, the Facebook partnership is incredible. Is that going to be applicable to the existing lineup of Asha phones as well, or is that only for the new series of phones launching? And number two, while a touchscreen is great, especially at the $100 price point, a lot of these people are buying the smartphone for the first time, or a smartphone-ish feature phone for the first time. So are we going to see, keypad-enabled form factor phones as well in the new Asha lineup, and when?
So let me start with the second question. We can't make any forward product announcements, but clearly when we say that the Asha 501 is the first in a family of phones, we have more coming. We're watching very closely the trends. One of the things that we are seeing, and I've said this in many different forums, is that people are increasingly migrating from QWERTY form factors, keyboards, over to touch. The trends are very clear on a worldwide basis. Now, in terms of different products and different markets and which are eligible for the Facebook program, certainly it begins with the 501 and the new Asha series of products. We're doing work right now with operators around the world to try and extend that as far as we can. So it varies a little bit region to region, operator to operator, but we're putting a lot of effort into that to make it as broad a program as we can. But clearly, we believe it's in the interests, obviously, of Nokia, of Facebook, and the operators to do all of this. But more importantly, it's in the interest of the consumer. For someone to be able to go on and use Facebook for the first time and discover the internet for the first time is just such a powerful experience to enter that broader sense of society. So we're very pleased to be working with Facebook and the operator community to make that happen.
Okay. Question 3.
Hi, I'm Ankit from IBM Live. When can we expect the device to be available in the Indian market? And second question is, could you please share the price in INR? Is it possible right now?
So first of all, the availability in India will be in June, so coming in the weeks immediately ahead. And the INR price?
Well, plus taxes, it would be around, we actually give the rate, the price closer to the sales start, but if you look at 99 USD, it would be around that, plus taxes. We have questions here. Number 3, please.
My name is Dennis Mbuvi from CIO East Africa Magazine. I would like to know about the capability to run multiple apps, background apps on the Asha 501, and also is there a way for apps to share between each other, to share data between each other, to access the camera and such features?
So the first thing you see with Fastlane is you see direct visual multitasking, and it's not just an icon. It actually includes an icon, and then it actually includes controls. So, for example, from Fastlane, you can start and play music. You can open up applications, and you see more data there, so it gives you full context. We have applications that are written in this UX layer that are truly multitasking. Music runs in the background, for example. There are other applications like the browser which saves state and does not fully run multitasking. So it really depends on the application. But the important thing is that the experience is one of complete multitasking, and really the concept there is almost irrelevant.
So just as an example of the controls right within it, the Fastlane experience, being able to swipe through it. But for example, just before I came here, I was listening to one of my favorite artists, Taylor Swift,
there you go,
conveniently on my device. And in Fastlane, the play button is right there.
In fact, why don't I show it?
Yeah.
And I can play it directly.
I'll just show it directly. It's a really good example. So if you can, I'm sure we have the audio running. So in the Fastlane, for example, I have music, and I'm going to go ahead and hit play.
My music's better.
Yeah. Yeah. So go ahead. You can pull that audio up a little bit. And then we even do things. So, for example, on the lock screen, you have direct music controls. So I can hit pause. I can hit play. I can go to next track. An incredibly seamless way of managing your music.
Very good.
Number 2, please.
Hi, this is Sandeep from the Mobile Indian. My first question is, with the Asha series, are you targeting the people who are moving from the plain vanilla feature phones to the smartphone? Because if you look at the price bracket of the Asha series, it starts from, in Indian rupees, starts from around 3,000 and goes up to 9,000. So that means there's a market for the entry-level guys as well as for the top-end guys. So one is that. And second thing is, like, are you also planning to beef up the accessories for this Asha range of phones? Because if it is, let's say, in Indian rupees comes to 5,000 rupees phone, so I would not like to pay around 1,000 for the accessories. So any affordable accessories for this range of phones? Thank you.
Good questions. First of all, with respect to accessories, one of the things we're really proud of is that a 4 gig SD card is included with the device. So we've really recognized the fact that people are going to want to have a lot of music, a lot of applications and things like that. So we've really tried to do that. In terms of the consumers that we're targeting, it's a bit of a mix because certainly people moving from the feature phone segment over into their first smartphone, those individuals very much are looking for an experience that's cost effective, where they don't have concerns about how much they're spending on data plans and things like that. So we're very much interested in helping those people. It's also a great device for a first-time user as well. But I'll also say this. When you compare it with the low-end experiences from certain other operating systems, even although those other operating systems may be coming down from more expensive devices, when you actually work in this environment at these price points, you have to do a lot of special work to give you a great experience. So when you put this side by side with devices using other operating systems and say, how well does it scroll? How good is the video? How responsive is the touch? Does the battery last 48 hours as in other operating systems or 48 days as in ours? And so even side by side competitively, relative to some of those operating system platforms, it has a very competitive position.
It's very different than taking a very complex operating system and trying to compress it all the way down on less expensive hardware in order to achieve those price points. And so this has been fit for purpose designed to deliver a breakthrough category, really, of the affordable smartphone. I also would like to suggest that after this event, that you go look in the developer showcase across the hallway, where we have an impressive range of all the accessories, completely color matched, that you get to see there. It's a really nice offering.
Okay, if you have time for one last question.
Hi, my name is Mahananda Bohedar, and I'm here from the Hindu Business Line. I just wanted to ask you if you have, considering this is an absolutely brand new interface, do you have any exclusive apps that you're launching on this platform? And if you have anything planned on the lines of augmented reality or something proprietary like the Nokia Nearby or Nokia Here?
So I don't want to give any forward announcements, but I want to highlight a couple of things. For example, the entire experience with Fastlane, that application access environment, is very unique to Nokia and something that we've done very specifically for this entire family. And you'll see us use that more and more. I'll also give a little bit of a hint without answering directly, but the fact that we're working to take our technology from here onto this platform, starting out with mapping and base navigation, is a sign that we're taking unique capabilities that Nokia has and bringing them down into this price point. So there's a lot of good work going on there, and you should watch for us to really focus on differentiation.
And I can even invite Sangeeta, because one of the best things about a platform is the applications that we have not yet even imagined. And you can perhaps say something about how we make it easier for a developer to create that app.
Exactly. I was just like what I was mentioning, the new platform offers this continuation. So, we are offering this less effort app development with our Asha platform. And that's big news in the developer world.
Stephen, any final
remarks?
Very good.
Well, I'd like to just finally thank you all for attending today. We're very excited to be here in Delhi to share with you the news around the Asha 501, the Asha platform, which we believe will reinvent the affordable smartphone category. Shukriya.
Thank you, Stephen. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Vida. Yeah, let's just take pictures.
There you go. Okay.
Can I give please?
Yeah, a couple more colors.
Yeah, there you go.
How about that green one?
Uno.
Here we go.
Very good. Okay, great. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. For those of you on the webcast, thank you so much for joining us. We've closed the session.